Just a gentle reminder to look at the timing. Below the stage in the center, you have about 5 minutes.
I tried to tell a joke over a Zoom call. Turns out I'm not remotely funny. So what is an entrepreneur? Well, over 100 years ago, Joseph Schumpeter said, an entrepreneur is a person with a great idea and no money. So let's talk about how we make money. Talking about $2.5 million in profit per day. How do we get there? $25 license fees times 1,000 orders per day times 100 global labs. So now we're going to talk about the global eyewear market. It's a $200 billion market, projected to go over to $340 billion by 2030. Why? Because we're all addicted to our screens and we're all getting older. So now we're going to talk about the new economy in sustainable manufacturing with digital on-demand production. And we can use a metaphor from the automotive industry. So what do you guys see here? Well, we see tens of millions of dollars of tied inventory capital sitting on the lot depreciating. So how would you solve this problem? Well, we already know how they solved it because Tesla solved it. They don't have any dealerships with inventory. They have a showroom and an app. You pick the color, the wheels, the battery, the motor, you pay for it, and in 2 weeks, their smart factory delivers it to you. So I'm a third generation optician. My grandfather owned an optical lab back in Pennsylvania. And back then, they had a tool and a mold for every single lens design and prescription. It was an inventory and SKU nightmare. But 25 years ago, they solved this problem. Now, the lens brands like Nikon, Zeiss, and Hoya don't have to have any inventory. A lab like this will manufacture it and pay the brand a license fee. And because it's fully automated, they can make 2,000 pairs of lenses every single day. So this is my first startup. It's called Chemistry Clip-On. It's a magnetic clip that fits any frame. We scaled this startup to 50,000 doors in 5 years. How did we get there? By leveraging that optical lab channel that I just showed you. So those labs said to me, Dennis, we love your clip-on. What else can you sell us that we can plug into our digital manufacturing line so we can make even more money? So 15 years ago, I moved to China to study frame manufacturing, and what I found really surprised me. The brands are tying up tens of millions of dollars in inventory capital because all the manufacturing of frames is using molds. They have a high MOQ and a long lead time. So brands are buying once per year and tying up huge money in the stock. So our solution is an AI-powered system that streamlines everything from design to retail to manufacturing. Our platform helps brands upload their styles. Our AI digitizes them. We have virtual try-on and fitting customization at retail. The order is transmitted to a smart factory so consumers can get the brand and style that they love. Our secret sauce is we have 50,000 AI data training sets, biometric face scans, design session data for predictive fitting and styling. We're targeting $300 million in annual revenue by the 5th year with just 100 lab partners, converting the industry from manual to automated. We make money in 3 ways: by smart factory systems, AI-powered retail kiosks, and unit licenses. So with just 100 lab customers in 5 years, this is how we scale the business. My clip-on is already selling in 200 labs, so I have the insider information and relationships. So how do you de-risk a startup? Number 1, you start with a moat, the deep industry network. Number 2, we have a backlog of demand with LOIs from labs who are waiting for our smart factory system. De-risk number 3, our moat of secret sauce, 50,000 AI data training sets that cannot be copied. 4, our traction, we have 4,000 orders from 40 kiosks in 12 different countries. And de-risk number 5, competitors are already starting to do segments of our model with virtual try-on and Instagram filters at the bottom of the funnel. We own the entire process with AI at each step. Our dream team has successfully launched and developed products in this industry with a successful track record, and we have prior industry wins. So we're seeking $6 million for AI compute and to build our smart factory. And we're a graduate of the Hong Kong Science Park Betatron Accelerator and the Hong Kong Cyberport. So just to give you an idea of the scale of the opportunity, these are the big labs in the world with Zeiss at 10,000 pieces a day. If we're charging a $25 license fee, that's $250,000 a day from just one customer. And at the top, you'll see our design app, which is AI powered, and the bottom, you'll see our automated smart factory. Thank you guys. Any questions?
Any questions from our panel?
Great presentation, and there's something that would be very useful for me as well, hunting down frames for my face. Could you talk about your market penetration in Southeast Asian market in specific? So I'd like to know how it is available for consumers in Southeast Asian market.
So we have some customers in India and Sri Lanka, in Hong Kong and China, but we're currently supply constrained. So in a market, you have a demand and a supply. So the demand would come from our iOS app for consumers. It would come from our retail kiosks running our design apps. That's the demand side of the business. We've already built out the demand side. So for the supply side, we're trying to raise money to build a smart factory that will allow us to scale. But through our 40 customers in 12 countries, we already cannot meet the demand. The manufacturing in China is using human labor, so it takes 2, 3, 4 weeks, sometimes months to get the products. So we got millions of dollars of orders, but no supply. So once we're able to raise and build up the supply, we can rapidly scale through Southeast Asia.
Hi. Is there a possibility that one of those labs starts this on-demand manufacturing?
So most of the labs that are doing lenses are fully automated and on-demand right now. But all of the frame companies are still doing molds, mass production, 6-month lead times. And the reason why they're not updating is because those tens of millions of dollars of inventory in the warehouse in the US, in Europe, all that money that's tied up there, that's the factory's profit. So there's the conflict of interest. So they don't want to modernize. They don't care about the sustainability. They don't care about the capital waste. That's the brand of the distributor's problem. But once somebody cracks just in time, all that dead stock's going away.
So in terms of the final customer, what's the cost difference between the mass-produced ones and then your custom-made ones?
So we can offer at the same price. The difference is we don't have the labor cost, so our costs are cheaper. So with a robot, you pay for it once, maybe a year or two to pay it back. But with the human labor, you're paying that salary indefinitely, year after year after year, not to mention retraining, replacement. The workers leave, they don't come back. It's a HR issue. So we solve that with digital automation.
Thank you so much, our panelists, for those insightful questions, and I believe that's all the time we have. How about a round of applause for our presenter from 3DNA? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you have any